Well, here I am live again. And I'm so thrilled that you have rejoined me or stuck with me. Um, Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. I am so thrilled to be here because I am the master orator. In other words, Otetiani. And today we're talking about dress for fate, not fear. In other words, style. So, style is reflective of who you are, what you like, what makes you comfortable, what makes you feel fun, what makes you feel um, accomplished. Fashion, that which we wear, our garments, say a lot about us. And I dare say, media slash society, oh my gosh, slash social media has put a lot of pressure or brought a lot of pressure to bear on the decision of what to wear. So, today we're talking about dressing for fate, not fear. In other words, style. So, we all have a sense of style. Some of us are eccentric, some of us are classical, some of us are contemporary, some of us maybe don't care a lick. I heard something. Who was it? Monique, the great comedian Monique, was encouraging us, her sisters, to not go to the grocery store in rollers and pajamas and bear claw feet. Not your best self. What could be waiting for you as far as fate goes? And you're greeted in what you went to bed in, pretty much, or you're going to project a sense of I live to sleep. Sleeping's my favorite thing. Being in the bed, being disgustingly comfortable, not being red carpet ready. Okay, that's kind of a style. And then there's the style of the stars or icons or social media personalities. They reflect certain things in how they dress. We pick up those cues. If they reverberate with us, then is it necessary to reflect that through the same style of garment they wear if it's not your style? What if it's not your style? What if what everyone is wearing, like, say, hot pants, and hot pants is not your style for either, modesty, um, sensitivity, just a sense of social responsibility? Maybe the world doesn't deserve to see you in hot pants. Okay, so don't wear them, and don't feel left out when you're not wearing the same thing as everyone else if that's not your style, if that doesn't make you comfortable. Like, for me, I have never liked short sleeves. Never ever liked short sleeves, even when I was a kid. Well, now I've matured and I've got the bat wings going on, so I really don't like short sleeves. But you know what? I really like me. I like me enough to allow me to be comfortable. I like me enough to not burden myself with judgment and critique down to the last stitch of what I am wearing as to how that will stack up as to what the world views as proper attire. Um, Now, I remember I think I was 8 years old, maybe, when the mini skirt really was on the scene. And I just thought the mini skirt was the greatest thing ever. Then when I got older, and I was long and leggy and lean, I loved mini skirts. I didn't think of it as a mini skirt. I actually didn't give it any thought. It's what everyone was wearing. Well, now you couldn't pay me to wear a mini skirt. I might do it in private with my mate, but it doesn't reflect who I am anymore. I don't um, have the same ideas. I don't have the same lifestyle. I don't have the same perspectives. I do have some great evolution that's occurred that just gives me the freedom to say, hey, that's not me. I love wearing a long flowing garment. Let's call it a dress. I love a dress. The longer, the better. The more volume the skirt has, the better. The bigger my swirly swirl factor when I twirly twirl, the better. A lot of people, have a perception about, seeing a woman in a dress in this day and age. Um, Oh my gosh, I'm so comfortable in my long fluid dress, never gonna give it up, never gonna be concerned about whether it's in fashion or not. So again, our title is Dress for Fate, not fear, in other words, style. So in the fear factor, we can possibly be concerned that we don't have our shoes don't measure up or our handbag doesn't measure up. You come to church or you go to a social event and I frankly, this might not be the best news. I frankly can't tell one handbag from the other unless it's got its name on it. I like a good leather bag that'll work like a saddlebag used to work back in the old Western days, supposedly, or the way they work currently in the motherland. But I'm not going to stress myself out. I'm not going to put myself in a state of apprehension because I fear being judged as not having the handbag of the day. Um, Dressing for fate, let's look at handbags. The handbag I carry, any handbag I carry it because it has the capacity to hold, I don't know, all kinds of stuff that I might need in case of Armageddon. We're talking lotion, lip gloss, um, panty liners, whatever, lipstick, makeup, water, hand sanitizer, identification, fan. Oh, and speaking of fan, here is my fan of the day. Woo! Gotta have it. My fan, my glasses, water. I mean, this is what's in my handbag. And, that might not, be the stuff that can appropriately or properly fit in somebody else's handbag, but works for me. In other words, I'm talking about style. I'm talking about you being free to set the bar for your own personal style. I'm talking about when you get up in the morning, your fate is waiting for you. So dress for it. Well, what does that mean? How do I know what to dress for? Well, what is your fate? My fate is to be before the camera. That is my fate. So I have learned to um, ensure my success in front of the camera by preparing when I wake up in the morning. That's what I'm preparing for. Now, I might not get on the camera for 2, 4, 6, 8 hours, but I woke up with that in mind. That was my purpose to get before the camera. As we can see, I need a little bit of work, not a little bit of work. You know what I got to do? I got to get my post-it note stack, my post-it note pad, and post what the dang on topic is for my video. You don't even know how much work I put into coming up with a title, and then I have a flub like I had on the last one, which actually shouldn't have even been a flub. I should have had the confidence to know that I knew my title because I had given it thought. I had prepared from the first of the morning to be before you. So battle Tetiani for doubting myself, for daring to say that I couldn't even lay claim to my fate because I couldn't remember the title of the show. No, wrong. See how I did that? Don't do that. You get up, you select the color, the fabric, the lines, the proportions that suit you and bring you joy, and you represent yourself. Dress for fate, not fear. In other words, style. Um, I think the schools we've seen different aspects from that. Should children wear uniforms to school or should they not? Well, I dare say there's Obviously, good argument for both sides. But just put it like this, for me personally, I was not able to join the military. It was not even a thought I could have in my, teens or early 20s because wearing the same outfit as everyone else just did not fit my wheelhouse. It was just impossible. Um, was that a good reason not to join the military? Maybe not. Probably not. But you know what? It was a darn good reason to stick to my guns because that was real to me. That was important to me. That had relevance to me to be able to express myself, to adorn myself, to get up and let the world see me according to me, not according to a uniform. It's really distressing for me. I think sometimes you go into some stores or restaurants and some people, the uniform of the day just doesn't suit them. And I hope that they're able to be comfortable at the end of the day because they enjoy what they're doing. So you, my friend, who may have been every time you get dressed for a special event, maybe you were like me, had some apprehension. Oh, how many outfits do you go through before you go back to the first outfit that you picked? Right? I do that all the time. It is a pretty good exercise, I think, but you know what? What would be screw the exercise? Let's just do the task. And the task is to dress for fate, not fear. In other words, style yourself according to what's important to you, what makes you comfortable, what makes you happy, because that's the best you to present to the world. And on that note, I am going to wrap it up. I'm looking forward to streamlining so that I'm even shorter. Yes, shorter. Now, I'm not trying to create a supply and demand where you're just jonesing for, in other words, oh, Tetiani, it's like, when's the next episode? Well, I'm not doing that. But if it happens, I shall be certain, you can be certain that I am going to be certain for sure to continue to produce content to satisfy your particular hunger for, in other words, Otetiani. Please like, share, subscribe, hit your notification bell so that you can be notified when a new video is on the platform. And until such time as the next one unfolds, I trust that you will be well and be you.